Okay, this is MrDan again for another episode of Cooking with MrDan. Today, Henny pulled out some ribeye, so we're going to have some ribeye steak tonight, but we didn't know what to have for a side, so I'm going to make some roasted potatoes in a cast iron skillet instead of popping them in the oven. So it only takes a few minutes. I don't know if you can hear the microwave in the background there. I'm part cooking my potatoes because that'll cut some time down in the pan. But anyway, let's get to it. It's going to be a nice little recipe. I think you guys will like it and give it a try. Okay, so as you can see, I got the cast iron skillet preheating. I'm going to turn it up to just about all the way high. I'm going to get it nice and hot before I put anything in there, okay? I'm going to use a regular cooking oil today, Wesson, and probably 1 tablespoon of butter. There's my knife sharpener out there. I have my knife over here to cut the potatoes and stuff. I'm going to sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on there when we get done. There's my jalapenos for taste. Salt and pepper, I'm going to use a couple sprinkles of that. I got oregano in this cup here and some rosemary in this one, a teaspoon of both. Okay, and then I got some small diced onion. I got some of my fresh frozen bell peppers I got out of the freezer. And this here, I got 1 ounce of sun-dried tomatoes. There goes my potatoes. But these here are sun-dried tomatoes. I like the flavor of these, so I never put them in the potatoes. I'm going to do it today, though. I think it's going to taste good. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I think my pan's just about up to temp. So I'm going to put in a little less than a tablespoon of cooking oil. That stuff took off, huh? That's hot. I'll put a tablespoon of butter in here. Now, would you call that a hot pan or what? Okay. So let me get my, lower that just a tad bit. We'll get my potatoes. Should have grabbed that with a damn mitt. Ooh, that's hot, I think. Ooh. Okay. So now, we're going to take a mitt there. As you can tell, there was a little bit of water left in the bottom of that pan. That's what the steaming's about, or all the screaming, I should say. So, I was trying to get the skin side up, but some of these potatoes I had to cut them in quarters because most of them were too big. So the skin side up is going to be pretty hard to do here. Alright, so we'll cook these a little bit. And there was still some water in the bottom. I should have drained them. I didn't think there'd be any water left. I mean, you know, but I didn't have any water in there, so. Anyway, we're getting these going. We're going to cook these a couple of minutes here, and then I'll start putting my onions and that in here. They'll cook pretty quick, I mean, because I already cooked them. But we want to get these things like a little golden brown. Hence why you want to have the pan real hot. What you guys saw I did with too much steam, so I lowered a little bit. But this is cast iron cooking, you know. You got to get things hot to make them work, so there you go. As you can see, I'm flipping these over as best I can. Trying to get most of them down to like that one's just going to be meat side up because of the way it's cut. But this here one, I think I'm going to have some skin on the other side of here. Yes, I do, see? I know what I'm talking about. This one too. See, you guys try to get away from me, trying to hide behind the other guy, huh? But anyway, this is going to be one of our sides. I'm probably going to, hopefully, Penny will agree to have corn or something. I don't think we have anything else really. So we're going to let that go for a couple of minutes, and then we'll get the garlic in that. Just to show you guys, there's the ribeyes. Yeah. Okay, the potatoes are cooking good. We're going to be flipping these around a little bit. But first, I'm going to throw in my onion. That's a quarter of an onion, by the way. You know, you don't need a lot of excess stuff in here. Oh, geez, I've forgotten the damn garlic. Now, the same thing when you're cooking the, just like everything else, when you get the smell of the garlic in here, time to start maneuvering, because you don't want that to burn. We're going to do a tablespoon, like I like, of garlic. Now, if things start getting a little too warm in the pan, I'll turn it down just a little bit at a time. Don't want to turn it down too low, because your object is still to get these things nice and crispy. Okay? Let's stir that around. See how the potatoes are starting to brown up? That's what you're looking for right there. Brown time. As you can see, they're starting to brown up pretty nice. Doesn't take long, but that's why I do I used to parboil them in water and cook them, but now I've been using that microwave more and more every day for secret little things like this. Okay. Now this here is your oregano. Just doing this for a little bit of flavor. Probably too much oregano. And this here, your rosemary. I like putting that in my hand first. Try to break up these. I gotta get me a mortar and pestle one day. But anyway, I just break up the rosemary and then just sprinkle some in there. It smells really good. And then we're gonna put in our peppers. I mainly did those for color. Plus I had them on hand, so. Boy, this smells like, wow. So anyway, you got the smell going. The garlic smells good. But I don't want to let anything sit too long. I don't want things to burn, so. But anyway, here we go. All right, now we're going to take us Pierre Resistance. I couldn't wait to try this. I've never done these before in here, but I thought they'd be good, so bear with me. They're going to smell real good when you're cooking them. These are the sun-dried tomatoes. They smell good already. Holy crumb, that's killer. Oh, killer. Okay. And this is good for your cast iron skillet. One of the things when you're cooking with cast iron, they tell you, something about potato starch in there does wonders for the bottom of your pan, helps season it even more. So, okay, I think these are about done, but we'll find out in a minute because we have a couple of things to do here to taste them. Not taste them, but gotta put some little bit of salt and pepper, and then the last thing I'm gonna put in is my teaspoon of jalapeno. That's a half, and that's less than half. So it's actually less than a teaspoon. There you are. Boy, the fumes of that thing. Okay. So now, I do believe these are done. Let me see, try this little knife trick here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, let's take them off the heat. These puppies are done. Just like always when you're handling cast iron, get yourself a mitt like this here, see? Pick these up and we'll transfer this over here. That looks good. Whew. This is off, yep. Turn this off. I'll give you a bird's eye view in a minute. And there you have it, my friends. A nice pan of roasted potatoes with some multicolored peppers and some sun-dried tomatoes, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. It's going to be delicious. We'll see you at the taste test table. Okay, here we are at the taste test table. While you guys were gone, you know that spice is called Slap Your Mama? Penny came and grabbed one of these here potatoes. She said it needed a little more zip, so. I'll tell you one thing, they're delicious. On top there's a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Okay, so I'll tell you that I got some peppers in here on this fork, and I got me some sun-dried tomatoes. Wow. You know, sun-dried tomatoes come right through. I took 1 ounce of those and chopped them up real fine. You saw that. Well, you didn't see me chop them up, but they're real tiny pieces. So hopefully you get a little bite in every spoonful, but that's our roasted potatoes, or my version of it, and we're going to have these with our 2 ribeye steaks. I'm going to try to talk Penny into maybe some corn, I don't know. But anyway, you guys need to try this. It was really quick and easy. And don't forget about the microwave method. If you're going to do something like this, microwave it for like 4 or 5 minutes. You know, because I can take 3 or 4 potatoes, put them in a Ziploc bag, put them in the microwave, and I cook them for like 8 minutes, and they're totally done. So you don't want to get them too soft. Oh, and the other thing is, if you do that method, run to a colander first, because there evidently is water in the bottom. I never made it out. You know, I usually do it in a Ziploc bag, but I didn't do that this time. The potatoes are perfect. Okay. Anyway, let's get to the good stuff. When you're out and about, cover up. Protect yourself as well as others. Wash your hands. Take some spray with you when you when you go in the store. You come out and on your hands some sanitizer. Wash it up really good. Don't talk with your mouth full unless it's something like this. And that slap your mama, slapping my tonsils around back there. I got a good bite with that. Okay, and give us a like. Share with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And if you haven't subscribed yet, when you do, a little bell will pop up. You hit that, and it'll give us a give you guys a notification that I got another video out. And as usual, the description and everything will be down below the video. All you got to do is hit that little arrow in the right-hand corner just below the video. There's a little arrow, a down arrow. Hit that and it'll drop the screen and you'll be able to see everything. Okay, so until next time, my friends, this is Mr. Dan. We're hopefully going to have a really good dinner. And we'll see you when you get hungry. And when you are, you come back and we'll give you another nice recipe. So we're out. Thank you very much.